The new PlayStation Plus tiers have finally launched. It's been about a week since they hit North America, and I'm going to talk to you today about the top 5 games, in no particular order, that you need to play if you're subscribed to the PlayStation Plus extra tier. Let's go. All right, coming in at number 1, we have Housemarque's Returnal, PlayStation 5 exclusive. This game's a third-person sci-fi shooter, and it plays very much like a roguelike, ladies and gentlemen. You start off the game at the beginning of the level, the zones of the area, the biome, and you just work your way through the map. And the map is regenerated every time that you die and come back to life. The map layout is completely different. There's a lot of frenzied, crazy ass shooting segments. It's nonstop. It's very difficult. It's very challenging, but at the same time, it is incredibly fun. It is a little bit creepy, and it is incredibly rewarding when you finally are able to complete a run without dying for the 20,000th time. All that aside, the game looks beautiful, feels beautiful with the haptic feedback on the PlayStation 5 DualSense controller. It sounds great, especially if you're rocking a really good headset like the Audio-Technica's ATH GDL3s, right? And just for no other reason than this game is just fun. This is a really fun shooter, a really good palate cleanser, a really good game to just go ahead and sink your teeth into while you're in between other games that you're playing. And with the new inclusion of suspending and saving your runs, you no longer have to worry about exiting the game and starting all over from scratch. That is why this is one of the must-play games on the PlayStation Plus extra tier. Moving on. Listen, I get it. I totally understand. You probably think that the Batman Arkham Trilogy is one of the best superhero games you have ever played, and chances are you only think that because you probably haven't played Marvel Spider-Man. Marvel Spider-Man is everything that the Batman Arkham Trilogy is and wishes it was. It has a free-flowing open world where you get to swing as freaking Spider-Man. Ladies and gentlemen, the swinging mechanic is absolutely gorgeous. It's smooth, it's seamless, and it's incredibly fun. Speaking of fun, if you like the combat in Arkham Trilogy, then let me tell you, you're going to love the combat in Spider-Man, because Spider-Man as a character is a far more dynamic character as opposed to Batman is, and that translates incredibly well into the gameplay mechanic. Not only that, but there are incredibly memorable boss fights. Actually, let me backtrack on that. There is maybe one boss fight in this entire game that is not memorable. Everything else in this game is absolutely incredible, is spot on, hits hard, the story holds absolutely no punches back, no one is safe. I won't say more because I might spoil it for you. Ladies and gents, Marvel Spider-Man, check it out, and when you're done with that, do yourself a favor and play Miles Morales, because Miles Morales is everything that Marvel Spider-Man is, crammed into a much smaller package, but that packs just as big of a wallet. Moving on. Number 3, we have Remedy's Control. Now, Control is a title that I originally slept on. I passed on it until I saw it on sale for $29.99 at Best Buy. I picked it up on PlayStation 4 and played it, and I did not look back from the first moment that I cranked the game on. The game has an incredibly creepy, supernatural vibe to it that it absolutely commits to and absolutely delivers with. The gameplay is incredibly fun. The gunplay, the telekinetic powers, everything bundled into this one awesome package delivers an experience that you will not be able to put down, and you're going to have to force yourself to do it because eventually you got to get some rest, you got to get some water, you got to get some food, but all you're going to be thinking about the whole time that you're not playing Control is Control. Ladies and gents, the story is incredible, the game is creepy, it has the best supernatural vibe I have ever experienced in a video game, and it is incredibly fun. Moving on. Coming in at number 4, ladies and gents, numero cuatro, have you ever asked yourself what it would have been like if Ubisoft actually did an Assassin's Creed in Japan? Samurais, ninjas, etc., the whole works. Well, you ain't got to look any further because Sucker Punch beat them to the punch and gave us Ghost of Tsushima. Ghost of Tsushima is a beautiful game in every single possible way that a game can be beautiful. Beautiful visuals, beautiful soundtrack, beautiful story, beautiful gameplay. I don't know what the hell else you could possibly want from this game except for the fact that there's way too many foxes and way too many frogs and way too many shrines and bullshit to do to get the platinum, but that's a whole different story for a different time. And although this open world map is full, I'm not talking about Ubisoft full, I'm just talking about full, everything that you can do as far as activities and side quests are concerned, they all have some sort of purpose and some sort of reasoning, and they all contribute in some way, shape, or form to the lore, to the world, to the characters, to the development of characters, to the development of the story, to the progression and everything. And let me tell you this, I want to be super clear here, I'm going to slow down for this one. When you play this game and you do your first one-on-one duel with another samurai in a field of red grass or flowers or whatever the hell that was, and that soundtrack kicks in, and that one tense moment before the duel starts happens, and you're sitting there trying to breathe and hold your breath and be calm and cool and collected because you know that dude's about to kick your ass, you're going to understand exactly why I am telling you that A, this is one of the most beautiful experiences I have ever experienced in my life, and why B, you need to play this game, especially if you haven't. Number 5, moving on. Number 5. Ladies and gents, I understand. I get it. Elden Ring came out this year and it just blew your socks off. It's one of the best From Software games ever made. The fact that they added an open world is incredible. And let's face it, if you dug the game, you sunk your teeth into that thing and you probably put in hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of hours across numerous characters, numerous builds. I get it. I totally understand. But eventually, you're going to get tired of it. You're going to get fatigued and you're going to want to play something different, but you're still gonna have that From Software itch. And right now on PlayStation Plus Extra, From Software and Bluepoint have you covered with Demon Souls. Demon Souls is not an open world experience like Elden Ring is, and Demon Souls in fact is a complete from ground remake of the original From Software game that introduced a Souls-like game to the entire world. This game is gorgeous, damn near still the best looking game on PlayStation 5. It is challenging, it is punishing, it is unforgiving, but at the same time, it is also incredibly short. But whereas in most cases we would ridicule a game for being short, it is actually a great thing in this case, because after playing Elden Ring for damn near 250 hours, I wasn't looking to sink my teeth into another experience that was going to take me around the same amount of time to play. So being able to beat the game in about 10 to 15 hours is a welcome change. The game is fun. It has some really great areas to explore, awesome environments, awesome art design, awesome enemy design, some decent boss fights, some not so decent boss fights, but overall a great experience and one that you must experience, especially if you are A, an Elden Ring fan, or B, a From Software fan, or C, someone who just wants to get your shit kicked in by an unfair rock that's falling off a cliff because you didn't know it was there and it's your first time running through the map. Now, listen, calm your shit down, okay? I understand. You're probably thinking like, why the hell didn't Frank talk about God of War? Why the hell did Frank not talk about Red Dead Redemption 2? Because everybody's played that shit already. And I'm on my 5th playthrough of God of War on PC because the game is one of the best games ever made. There's no need to talk about it because it's already understood. Like the number 1 behind the variable X. Goodbye, like and subscribe. Take care.